Let's continue our discussion of Cisco VRF Lite in OSPF. This is part 2. This time we'll expand on the previous network and just keep adding. So please hit that notification bell. Please click on Buy Me a Coffee. I work for coffee. So let's have some fun. Let's continue with this configuration. One thing that you'll see different is that I've added a desktop in Star Wars West and a desktop on Star Wars East. Now this could represent the server, this could represent another network altogether. It doesn't matter whether it's one device, 20 devices, a million devices. We're just adding and expanding on our network. So let's go into our configuration here. We have OSPF configured. This setup is the same one that we had. So show run section router OSPF. We have that there. So we still have our VRFs for Star Wars and Star Trek. And the same thing goes over here. We still have our VRFs configured. Did some tests earlier and we could still ping across. Perfect. So now let's say the customer, the customer, want to add these devices here. Well, we have to configure them so that they can communicate across. Remember, this network only knows about this guy, doesn't know about them. So now how could we expand our OSPF network and allow that? Well, in our current setup, we only have a static route. Is that correct? Let's see if it's still there. Section IP route. Okay, so we still only have this static route across. Now I may have modified the configuration, so let me see if we could still ping across. And yes, we could. So now we just have to change a few things here, because now the provider asks us to participate in the network. So we're going to configure OSPF across. So pretend this is not just your provider network. Let's pretend that you own this entire network. It's all yours. You're using VRFs to segregate traffic for whatever reason. So now we're going to let Star Wars West participate in the OSPF. So let's remove this static route. Copy. No. Let's put that back in there. No IP route. So can we still ping across? Let's see. And no, we can't. And while that's timing out, let's go to this desktop here. And I've already set this up. This one will use a 100, 100, 100 network for this. And this is just a little Alpine Linux box that's serving as our host. Let's say it's our Alpine Linux server if you want. We come back over here. So then that was on the 100 network, correct? So, and that's connected to GI01. So let's go to GI01 and configure this 100.100.100.1 255.255.255.255.0. Okay, no, shut this. And let's make sure we can ping that box. And yes, we are able to ping that box. Okay, let's come over here to this side. And let's check out this IP address. And who is he pinging across? Let's see. IPA. This is another Linux box. So this is 200.200.200. And we'll configure this guy on G01 IPA address 200.200.200.1 255.255.255.0. No, shut this. And can I ping this device? .2. And it would help if I put the ping word in there. And a space would help too. Okay, and we're successful there. And I believe I didn't delete the route. Section IP route. Okay, so no IP route, 0.0.0.0. Put this here, copy and paste it. Paste. There we go. We remove that. So now we have no IP routes, no static routes, cannot ping across. Okay. So now here we have to become or establish an adjacency between Star Wars West and Provider West. So we have to do router OSPF 1. If you remember, he is running OSPF 1 on that interface, network 10.1.1.1, and that's what we want. So router OSPF 1. Now, there's multiple ways we could do this. We could just say that we want all networks to participate. So we do network.0.0.0, and we put the 255 wildcard bits, wildcard math. But let's say we just want to be selective and we don't want all of our networks available across. So we could just do 10.1.1.0 and then do 0.0.0.255 and we make it area 0. Cool. And then we come over to this side and same way we do router OSPF 1 and network. And what was this network? Let me check this out. Do show IP interface brief. And what is this network? Okay, so this is 2.2. So router OSPF, we do network 10.2.2.0.0.0.255 area 0. Good. So let's do a show IP route now. Okay, so we see that there. It still shows as connected. Show run section RO. Okay. And show IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, we're connected. Show IP route. Okay, now I picked up the routes. That's good. So we should be able to ping across. Let's see. Yes, and we are. We can ping this guy. Let's see what routes we see here. Show IP route. Okay. So we're pinging the 11. Perfect. Through OSPF 10.2. And also the 11 network, which if we recall, the 11 network is this one in the center. Let's call that your east to west or west to east connection. Okay. And we should be able to ping across 10.2.2. Perfect. But can this guy ping across? Well, do we see the route in there? No, we don't see the route, but let's try anyway. 10.2.2.2. And that's not working. Okay. And that's because it's not participating in OSPF. So if we do a show run section R0, it's not participating in OSPF. Now there's a couple ways to do this. So let's go and do both ways. So router OSPF 1, and let's add that network by adding that interface. And once again, this was, let's see, keep forgetting, do show interface IP interface brief. And that's a 100 network. So we do 100.100.100.0.0.0.255. No space there. Area 0. Good. And we have to do the same thing over here. Show IP interface brief. And this is the 200 network. So router OSPF 1 network 200.200.200.0 0.0.0.255 area 0. And now if we do a show IP route, and remember, even though there's VRFs here in the core network, there is no VRF over here on this side or on this connection here. Okay, so now we see that we have learned the OSPF route. So if we go back to the desktop, I'm going to click on there. Do you think we will be able to ping. Remember, I started the ping, and on Linux, the default when you start pings is that they continue forever till you stop them. But please remember, I work for coffee. So please buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/toughnetworks. And please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I will keep pumping out these videos for you. So let's see. Let's go back to the desktop. What do we see? Ooh, pings are successful. So if I stop the ping, we've been pinging 10.2.2.2, which is this guy over here. So he should be able to ping across now. Ping? No, I made a mistake. That is not true. This guy is on network 200.200.2. So I made a boo-boo there. 200.2. Will this work? And there you go. It does work. You know, this is live, no editing, just having fun. So like I say, sometimes things do not work when you're in a live environment. It might be the lab environment that doesn't work. When you're on real equipment, things fail. Things happen. But we have fun. We practice. We try to break it. We try to modify it. And we try to make it work. But let's say we want something different. I'm going to let these pings continue on both sides. So let me ping the opposite side. Ping 100.100.100.2. And that should be desktop on the Star Wars west side. So that's working. But let's do something else. So if we do show run section router OSPF, we see that we've added this way. But we could do something different. So let's go in here. And I'm going to remove the last statement, which the last statement is your computer network there. Paste. Okay. Copy and paste is your friend. So if the command already exists, it doesn't matter, but at least, you know, you could go real fast instead of typing everything in there. So I could do I've removed that 100 network. So if we go back here, these might start not working. Let me put some spaces in there. And as you can see, it's timing out. Is it timing out over here as well? Let's see. Yes. So it's not working anymore. Well, I can go in here and I could do a redistribute. And I can just do connected subnets. And, you know, we'll talk about that in another video. But let's do that. And I'm going to hit enter and come back over here. Will this work? And there we go. So our pings are successful. So that's two different ways that you could participate in the OSPF network. If I do a show IP route, take a look at this. This is our network here, but let's come back over here and let's do something real quick right here. I'm going to show you show IP OSPF database, and we could see our LSAs here. And here's one that we were not seeing before. And I apologize that I didn't do this earlier so that you could see that we would only have these available. But now this has become a type 5 because it's redistributed. Anytime you redistribute into OSPF, it becomes an ASBR. And that's because you're redistributing one protocol into another, even though there is no other protocol. But when you redistribute connected, it becomes another protocol. So when I come over here and I do a show IP route, this is what we had before, correct? Look at how this one pops up. The 100 network pops up as an O, which O means OSPF. And what do you think it'll pop up now? You can post in the comments if you know. If you don't know, you can buy me a coffee and I'll tell you. Just kidding. So let's look at what it says now. Show IP route. And there you go. It becomes an E2 route because now it's an external route. So if we look at it, it says E2 is an OSPF external type 2 route. Beautiful. And that's the change, but it's still able to ping across. See, if I hit some space, it's still able to ping across. So this guy, I didn't modify at all the configuration. So that's just a way to start using VRFs. And once again, our customer equipment does not know. So if this was the provider runs all the VRFs for you. Your network does not know. So if this is all your network, you could extend the VRFs all the way to this guy, but you don't need to. We have OSPF now. So in a future video, I'm going to do this same setup, but with EIGRP. So let me know what else you would like to see, what type of configuration. Just add it in the comments and I will create a video on it if I can. If I don't know, I will do some research and create the video for you. Till next time.